Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Astik. So, good evening, everyone, again. My name is Shalini Singh. I hope you can see me.
We
Um,
don't see you, Shalini.
you don't? Why? Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, not sure what has happened to my camera. Um, I have no idea. Well, I haven't done anything to it. Uh, Maybe I just join again the link and then it might work. Okay, Shruta, I'll join back. Hi, good evening, everyone. Sorry for the delay because of me. So let us start today's session. My name is Shalini Singh, and I'm joining you from Oxford, England. And in today's session, we'll start with a quick foot soak. And if you're new to foot soak, it's fine. You can do it next time. Yeah. So for the foot soak, these are the things that you need: a tub, a towel, and a mug of water, and some salt to put in the tub. But don't worry, if it is your first time, we'll teach you and you can always do it next time. Perfect. So, if you are joining for the very first time, we will have a workshop at the end of the session. So, please feel free to join the workshop if you want to learn more. There will be a meditator to support you to answer your questions. Also, there is a website where you can find a form for if you need a mentor. Only thing is, please give us some time. It might take some time to find the right mentor for you. So it just maybe 2, 3 days. And what else? Today's topic. So last time, um, yeah, Shraddha just wrote that please do fill out the form on the website for the mentor. And once you fill the form, we will get back to you regarding the details of your mentor. Good. So from that, we go to today's topic, which is childlike innocence. The last Wednesday, if you had joined a session, it was on the left side clearing. Many people who joined the session, they saw how left side, which is the emotional side, can be cleared. And just from my experience, I would say that today's topic is such an important topic. It's the first chakra, the ground chakra, and this chakra is something which is keeps you balanced, happy like a child, and that keeps you healthy and I would say balanced. So, without saying much, I would just say these sessions are always free. Sahaja Yoga is always free. You can find all the material for the previous sessions and for today's session on the website. Most important thing that I would say is that if you are looking for a transformation, something which is changes you from within and not just the simple meditation, this is what is the aim, to feel the experience. With that, I would like to invite the today's presentation, today's first presenter. And before I call Steve, I would just give you the agenda of today's meeting. So we would start with a guided meditation, and he will also show you how to raise your energy. Do a guided meditation followed by I think 9 or 7 minutes of Shri Mataji's talk. She is the founder of Sahaja Yoga, and then we will have just a very short silent meditation followed by a workshop. As I mentioned, a workshop is something where you can really interact with the experienced meditator in the room. So don't miss out on that. And yeah, we can start the session. I would like to invite Steve.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hi,
Hi,
Shane.
Steve. So very nice to see you, Steve. Please introduce yourself and let me know what else do you do other than Sahaj Yoga.
Okay, thank you. My name is Steve Wollenberger. I actually live in Florida in the USA, but I'm coming to you from just outside Basel, Switzerland, and very happy to be with you here tonight. I've been involved in these programs in the USA for a while, and now it's great to have an opportunity to be here with you in the European version of these sessions. I am retired. I used to be in the financial services industry. I spent my long career in finance, and now I am doing pretty much whatever I like, which is wonderful. A lot of meditation, a lot of Sahaja Yoga, and some other things. So, yeah.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you, Steve, for the wonderful introduction. And yes, you can continue.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So before I get into the topic for tonight, I just want to reiterate what Shalini said, that if you're new here today, some of the things that we're doing may be difficult to catch all of it because maybe it was shown earlier at previous sessions. But don't worry, just follow along with the meditation. Everything else will fall into place. And if you have questions about anything, again, there are the breakout rooms at the end where we can go back and show you anything that wasn't clear to you. We will be doing the foot soak. And if you didn't know about it or you haven't prepared the foot soak, just follow along with the meditation. It's absolutely fine. And you can do that next time. So very briefly, the subject of today is childlike innocence. And the chakra or energy center that is related to those qualities, to that quality of innocence, is our first energy center, first chakra at the base of the spine. It's the red one that you see on the chart on the screen at the very base of the spine, kind of where our body meets the chair where we're sitting. And on our hands, you will feel the Muladhara chakra, the first chakra, here at the base of your palm. All right. So as you can see from the chart, uh, this chakra, this energy center, is at the foundation of our whole system. And if you look at any structure, if it's going to be strong, it needs a strong foundation, just like a building. So, as Shalini said, this is a really essential, really, really important energy center within us because if this energy center is strong, if our innocence is really manifesting and expressing itself, actually it makes it easier for all the other chakras in the body to work out and to open and become healthy. So it's almost like the key in a way to everything else going very well and your progress in meditation going very smoothly and for continuous growth to be happening as you meditate. So the innate qualities listed here, purity, innocence, joy, and wisdom. So when we talk about childlike innocence, it doesn't mean you become like a child in the sense that you're naive or you're immature. But if you think about early childhood, the time when everything feels really just wholesome, and when you feel able to really enjoy, just to get joy out of everything around you, to feel kind of that sense of awe and wonder at everything around you, and you're just very simple and very much in the present, very much in the moment, just like little children are, the way they play, the way they just interact with things so spontaneously. That's the kind of innocence that we're talking about. But of course, it takes a little bit different expression because we're not little children in terms of our age. We're mature people. But still, that kind of innocence comes back as this chakra begins to open. And it's a fantastic experience. It's really a beautiful experience. I think a lot of people have the feeling that they really value the quality of innocence, but they're afraid that they've lost it. And this is something that Shri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga, told us many times that innocence cannot be lost. It cannot be destroyed. It may be covered with sort of clouds of whatever our conditionings and our kind of mental complications have become, but those clouds can be blown away and it's still there. And we find it, we experience it again, and it's very beautiful. So that's what we're going to focus on today in our meditation, just to tap into that innocence and wisdom inside and to begin to strengthen and just be aware of the qualities of that chakra, and we'll see how that helps us to go deeper in our meditation. So now, if you have your foot soak, we can begin by actually, before we even do the foot soak, let me just remind everyone how to raise the energy. So if you're here for the first time, we're raising a subtle energy inside of us called Kundalini. We're using some motions of our hands to do that. So I'm going to move my screen around a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. But basically, we're going to start with a movement of our left hand. So our left hand will be pointing in toward our body, but it will be down at the base of our spine down here. Okay. So the left hand will move slowly up the center of the body like this. We'll watch our left hand and bring it up above the top of our head. And while we're doing that, the right hand will circle around the left like this. So you're going away from your body as you go over the top of the hand, okay, like this. So we start at the bottom of the spine, and the right hand rotates around the left. We slowly bring it up over the top of the head, and then we make a movement like tying a knot above the head, like that. So we're just bringing our attention up there and kind of fixing it up there with that symbolic gesture of a knot. So let's do it a second time. Bring it up above the top of the head, and we tie 2 knots. And let's do these movements a little slowly, really trying to feel what we're doing, right? Slowly bring it up a third time, bringing our attention also up above the head, and we tie the knot 3 times this time. All right? Then we bring our hands down onto our laps with the palms facing upward like this. Just relax the hands on the lap. Now there's a second movement that we're going to do, and this one balances our system and also kind of puts us in a field of this very positive energy, of this subtle energy, which helps us to meditate. So for this, we take the right hand, we put it by our left hip. I'll again show you here. Put it by the left hip, and we're going to make an arch. We're going to go up the left side of the body to shift back again, up over the top of the head, down to the right hip, and back again by the same path. So again, let's do this slowly and really trying to feel what we're doing. We do it a second time. Third time. Fourth time. Fifth. Sixth. And seventh. One time for each of the 7 energy centers. Then we put our hands open on our laps for a moment. And we can begin the foot soak. So if you have a foot soaking bowl, one thing you can do is to keep the left hand open and put the right hand toward the water to direct the energy of the Kundalini, that inner energy of ours, toward the water to kind of charge it with this energy, with these vibrations, so that it's more effective at clearing blockages from our system. Right? So then we can put our feet in the water. Let's open our hands on our laps. Again, palms up. Can close our eyes. And first of all, let's take a couple of deep breaths. We're just going to allow our attention very naturally, gradually, to transition from being outside to being on the inside and observing what we feel and how we feel. So we can observe our breathing for a moment. And it's important not to try to do anything. So we don't want to try to meditate. If we find that we're thinking a lot, we're distracted, we don't even want to try to stop that, but just observe it. Observe, okay, I'm thinking, okay, my attention is not fully here. If that's the case, let it be there, but just see it. And let's see if it just changes spontaneously. So now to help prepare our system for the meditation, simple thing we can do is put our right hand down toward the ground, just hanging down next to us with the fingers pointing toward the ground. This is to give balance to the left channel. Shalini mentioned the left channel being the channel of our emotions and our desires. It also relates to our past. So let's ask inside, Mother Kundalini, please clear all the blockages and imbalances from my left channel. Please clear all the blockages and imbalances, all the negative emotions from my left channel. And once we've asked, we just sit quietly and observe how we feel. Because we're allowing the energy a little bit of time to do the work of that clearing. So just let's sit quietly, very relaxed, and observe inside how we feel. Now, still with our right hand down, let's bring our attention to that first chakra. And again, it's just the area of the body where the body meets the chair, the base of the spine, very base of the spine. And we can again address our own energy silently inside, just quietly. We can ask, Mother Kundalini, please awaken my innocence. Please awaken my innocence. Again, we just sit quietly and see if we feel any response inside, anything happening inside. Just observe how we feel. Please awaken my innocence and give me that strong foundation inside. Please awaken my wisdom. And one of the things that happens when this first chakra begins to come into balance is that we find that obstacles in our lives begin to fall away. Things flow much better for us. And it happens spontaneously because these qualities are awakened inside. So we can just meditate on this energy center for a few more moments. We can put the right hand back on the lap. So with that strong foundation, it's much easier for our Kundalini to rise. So let's just now put our right hand on the top of the head. So the palm is right on the place where we had a soft spot when we were little children. Can bend our heads a little forward and put a little pressure there. And let's ask our Kundalini, Mother Kundalini, please rise within me and take me into meditation. And let's just feel our hand there. Let's feel the pressure of our hand on the top of the head. Mother Kundalini, please rise within me and take me into meditation. Just feeling our hand there on top of the head. Our attention gradually settles there. And let's slowly raise the hand up, maybe 6 or 8 inches above the head. And let's see what we feel with our right hand there above the head. We might feel some coolness or heat. We might feel some tingling. We might not feel anything also. That's fine. Let's just observe what we feel. And let's be aware of that space above the head, between the head and the hand. So now let's see if we can just leave our attention up there, floating above the head, and bring the hand back down. Just sit quietly for a minute or so. So now, without losing that state, without losing that kind of inner focus, we can just take a moment to rinse our feet and put the foot sucking bowl aside. And when you've done that, let's just open our hands again on our laps. Close our eyes and just sit quietly just another minute. And again, we just want to observe how we feel inside. And if we've lost our focus, we can bring our hand back above the head and bring our attention back there. Then just sit quietly and let the energy work. So for the next part of the program, we'll be watching a talk by Shri Mataji. Again, she's the founder of Sahaja Yoga. Excuse me. And while we're watching the talk of Shri Mataji, we always keep our hands open and keep our attention up here. So we basically try to remain in meditation while we're watching. We may open our eyes, but we keep the attention kind of in that meditative state. Because as she's talking, she's working, actually, she would use her talk as a way to help to clear and balance our system. And so it's very helpful to us if we watch it in meditation. So now we'll put on the video of Shri Mataji and continue the program.
We cannot enjoy anything in life. Really, we cannot. You can see the way people are now going on for such sensational things. The reason is there's no joy. The sensitivity to joy is so reduced that I sometimes fear with all that they are doing, they're so fed up that they may have to put electrodes in their limbic area to get the joy instantly. They have become so very insensitive to anything. They'll not laugh, they will not smile. They are so full of closed hearts and frightening things, whatever is said about human beings. Now, first thing you have to know, you don't have to suffer at all. Secondly, you don't have to judge yourself. Let your Kundalini rise and judge you. You don't start judging yourself and condemning yourself. And another fashion, which is very common, is to feel guilty. From the very beginning, you start, I am afraid. What are you afraid of? You have to have all the courage, all the blessings, and all the confidence. You are a human being. And this is the message I want to tell you, that you are a human being and you have to be the spirit. And once you are the spirit, you will be surprised, the blessings will be showering upon you. In these modern times, to talk about these things is out of date. But it is predicted that this will be said and this will be done. For us, it is important, first of all, to know our own glory, our own truths, and about how we are built and how others are built. Once you know that, first of all, the peace within is established. Unless and until there is peace within, what do you talk of this peace organization and peace Nobel Prize? I have seen the people who have got Nobel Prizes are the most hot-headed, so much that you have to talk to them with a barge pole in between. Anytime they are up to jump on you, you cannot challenge them. Even talking to them is a difficult situation. So how are they going to have this peace foundation when they are themselves so shaky? Then you have other things talking about the love, full of lust and greed. They love your purse. not you. When you talk of love, love is a thing that's detached. Like the sap in the tree rises, goes to all the leaves, all the trunk, all the flowers, all the fruits and comes back. It's not attached. If it gets attached to one fruit, the tree will die and the fruit will die too. So this pure love or the divine love is detached. That's why it acts, it works. A person who is a realized soul is such a pure personality that even a glance of such a person can do lots of things. Even a thought of such a person in the attention can do so many things, bring about so many changes. So, this is the time of our transformation. We have to become a higher personality. The transformation has to take place. At the time of Easter, we give people eggs. Perhaps people do not know why do we give them eggs at the time of Easter. But about Christ is written in our scriptures that he was an egg to begin with. Of course, he was much more before that, but to begin with, he was the God of innocence. But then he came as an egg. And then he was divided into two halves. The one half which incarnated and which transformed Easter. So the resurrection is the transformation. Like an egg, if we are bound by our conditioning and by our ego, we break through that shell and become a bird which is really a free bird. Only thing, the bird has to know how to fly. Now this is, again I am saying, is the living process of the living nature, of the living power of love. It is not something artificial. In Sahaja Yoga, I must have spoken in this hall, I don't know how many times before. And again, today there's a chance to speak to you. What I have to say that it is important, the becoming is not important. You cannot become a member of Sahaja Yoga. You cannot pay membership. You cannot pay for your realization. How can you pay? How much do we pay to the Mother Earth to sprout the seed? Does she understand? Because she has the power, she sprouts the seed. If you give her money or read something before her, it makes no difference. But once you get your realization, you start understanding how many powers you have. And the greatest power is of compassion and detached love. These 7 chakras are within us, which are to be enlightened by the awakening of the Kundalini, about which Dr. Spiro has already told you. Now, in this short time, I cannot cover up the whole subject. I must have given at least more than 1,000 lectures in English language. But I would request you one thing, that forget about what you have learned so far, about your conditionings. Because if you had achieved anything out of that, I was not necessary. Now, you have to see with a clean slate, as they say, what you can achieve in this lifetime, which is the most important thing is to be achieved. The highest of all, that you become sensitive to joy. Then you start seeing joy in everything. You don't have to think as, oh, this is the thing which is marvelous. No, it just happens. You see, it is. Just you enjoy without thinking about it. You become a peaceful personality. You become a dynamic personality. You are not swayed by the waves of things like some fashion coming up, then some sort of a nonsensical idea coming up, then some medicine coming up, and you treating yourself and getting into trouble. You just rise above all these things at a higher level, and you start seeing everything as a witness. You become the witness of all the jokes that are going on, and you just watch it, and you think, what's all this? It's just a play. Many people have said that, Mother, you always laugh so much and you have always smiling face, so the people are not going to take you seriously. I said, I don't want them to be serious. There's not going to be any seriousness needed. What are you serious about? You should be happy, it's fun. We have to be happy people. We have to be happy. Those people who think they are very guilty should punish themselves by saying, you are not guilty, you are not guilty, 108 times. That's what we have in Sahaja Yoga. It's just a myth. All these are myths. We are working with myths and making our lives miserable, which is meant to be joy, happiness, and all the overflowing blessings of the divine. Whatever I'm telling you about, we have within ourselves all the great powers hidden of our brain, of our liver, of our heart. They are to be enlightened. And then in the light, you see everything. But as in this room you have so many lights, you have to just push in one button and the whole thing comes down. In the same way it happens. But if I start telling you about the history of electricity in the dark and all about how it came here and what all happened, you would be just fed up with it. So, what we are doing is to tell you that let us put on the button first. You better have your light and see in that light if it is true or not. If it is true, you have to understand and accept it honestly. You have to be honest to yourself. That is the main point I am trying to tell you. We are not to play about with ourselves and play about with our conditionings. We have to be honest and to get to our properties that are within ourselves. I am not here to oblige you at all. There's no obligation. It's just like a catalyst, I would say. And you become the catalyst yourself once you get your realization. And you can do all that I can do. It's very easy and very simple. May God bless you all.
So we can remain in the silent state in meditation, close our eyes, have our attention on the top of our head, and sit quietly. So we can now end the session by gently raising our energy and putting ourselves into bandhan. So left hand in my light is yeah, left hand in front and the right hand goes, and then we tie a knot again the second time, and the third time. And we spread the energy around us 7 times. Okay. And the next step is that you can go on the website, look for the material, enter the form for the mentor, and we have now breakout rooms for the workshop. Um, and once, yes, just a reminder from Shraddha, once you have filled the form and request for a mentor, we will provide you a mentor. So we will also have a short poll. It helps us to find the best efficient way to reach out to the seekers. So you can see here, yeah, we have shared the link. You can see the link here, and now you can see the poll. If you can please respond to it, that would be great. And I guess now the poll is over. We can end the session and you can go into the breakout room.
We have few more slides to show.
Okay, sure. Sorry, Shraddha. Yes. Right. So this is about the next session. Another beautiful session that I'm already longing to see is the pure desire and pure attention. This is a second chakra. So deepening the silence within you, finding peace and quieten our inner being. This is coming Wednesday. So we have these sessions every Monday and Wednesday. So the next session, and this is going to continue for 7 weeks. It's every Wednesday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock UK time, 8 o'clock CET. And it's the same Zoom link that you had connected today. There's also an email address. So to send the form that I just mentioned, and all the programs are recorded that you can access by going back. Yes, I've already mentioned, but yes, you can find a mentor, and there is a WhatsApp group that you can join. There are everyday messages and also course reminders. There's also session. I think it's so nice to have these links for these meditation sessions. If you miss some time, you can go on this website or just have the barcode. And yes, this is Let's Meditate for 21 Days. These are all the sessions so far. Do invite your friends. Like today's session was on Muladhara Chakra. You can find the material on the website. You can see where it is placed and so on. And now is the time to join the small breakout session. Sorry, there was slight delay because of my camera, but never mind. We can still be on the breakout room for a short while. So we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for joining us today. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you in the breakout room. Thank you.